it was my first Pride event altogether, because I only came out as pansexual about 2 years ago. And I wanted to go to the Plymouth one, but the weather was bad. And then I was going to go to Teignmouth, because that's not too far from me. But chronic illness flared up and couldn't go. So yeah, this is my first official Pride event. Even before I came out, I've always wanted to go to a Pride event, just because, I don't know, the whole thing of being able to be who you want to be and celebrating that means quite a lot to me. And I've got quite a few friends who are also part of the LGBTQ community as well. So at first I thought it was just because I wanted to support them, but then, obviously years go by and I'm like, oh, actually, I'm part of this community too.
That is a classic ally thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I'm friends with them, because I'm gay too. And I've always had really good things about, specifically, the Exeter and Plymouth Pride events. I like Exeter as a city. I feel like it's quite progressive as far as Devon goes. So I already felt like it was going to be like a safe environment to go to for the first time as well, and knowing that I had friends here that have been before too. I imagined that it would be colourful, which it was, and not just like the decorations, but the people and the personalities and everything. I imagined that it was going to be a very happy environment, like lots of people celebrating and just enjoying each other's company. I was a bit worried about walking to the event. So not like, I knew that once I got to the event I'd be okay. But obviously, as I was also dressed in drag for the first time in the public, I was a bit worried about walking from like the car park to the event. But then no one even really looked at me, and so I was like, okay, I'm passing as a man. Very small man. Man nonetheless. But yeah, turned out I didn't need to worry. I think, again, it's something about Exeter. I think just the whole community in general is a little bit more accepting. Obviously, you do still get people that don't accept it, but it's much more accepted in places like Exeter. Whereas if I were to do that in my hometown Paignton, I would feel a lot more like eyes on me and potentially even some like threatening words and stuff. So it was nice, just kind of, but as soon as I started walking through the town, I was like, no one cares, I'm fine. Which was a nice feeling. And yeah, as soon as we're walking into the event, just seeing lots of happy smiley faces and lots of different kinds of people, like different aesthetics and different shapes and sizes. It was really good. Which is that's something that I was expecting, was just to see people of every shape and form that you can possibly think of were there. Like, you had your people in their rainbow stuff and you had people in their gothic stuff, and it was really cool. And it was really nice to see I bumped into one of my friends who has recently come out as trans, and I saw her there, and she was just like absolutely in her element, because she was like, I can be me here, and I wasn't even expecting to see her there. And to see someone that I've known for so long suddenly be comfortable being themselves and be so happy in an environment was quite nice to see too. Well, and meeting the other kings, like, I was nervous because I hadn't done it before, and they all looked considerably younger than me. I was like, oh God, I'm so old. But they were so lovely. So I've done drag like at home on my own and made videos on TikTok and things, but I've not actually properly done drag in like out in the wide world before. So it was my first time out in public in drag, and my first time actually performing live in drag. And at first I was really, really nervous, and backstage talking with the other drag kings, just like saying, oh, my legs are feeling so wobbly, like, oh, I'm gonna mess up, or what if they don't like me? And then as soon as I got on stage, it was like alter ego kind of just took over for me. I wasn't Verity anymore. I was Al, and he was like, "Don't worry, I got you." And yeah, I said about the moment when I got on stage, and then there was a technical difficulty, and like inside I was panicking so much, going, "Oh my god!" But like my instincts just kind of took over, and then I started like interacting with the crowd and trying to get them interested in me rather than what was going on with the technical difficulties and stuff. And when I was actually performing, they seemed really receptive when I was trying to interact with them. When I threw my shirt into the crowd, there were loads of people trying to grab it. It wasn't just my friends. It was like literally just like almost a cat fight started out trying to get my shirt. It was great because it like made me know that they were enjoying it, and just the audience's reaction afterwards as well. Just the cheers was such a good feeling, knowing that they'd enjoyed it and that I'd actually done a good job as well. It's good.
And you're saying like how drag makes you feel, like puts you in touch with your confident side.
Yeah. So I do have like a confident side, but it doesn't always come across because like I have quite like me normally I come across as quite shy or timid, and quiet, and maybe like a little bit awkward sometimes. But it's not because I lack self-confidence, it's just I just don't do well in social situations. But Al lets me be that confident side of me, and Al knows he's hot and that everyone fancies him, and I do have that part of me as well, but I can just let that loose and really let it shine when I'm Al. And yeah, that confidence and almost like arrogance kind of shines through when it's him.
Did it kind of make you feel more confident about your masculine side, or like is that something you felt you had confidence with anyway?
Yeah, so like I think so I said that I had been thinking about like the non-binary thing, but after performing as Al, I feel quite confident that that's separate from how I present myself. So I feel confident as myself as a woman now, but also it is really nice to explore that kind of masculine side, but more for fun than actually whether it's not something that I'm struggling with like as an identity type thing. It is just a character I like to play, and feel have fun with. So I'm part of the alternative like rock metal community. I love rock and metal music. I do like other stuff as well, so I can go and enjoy the disco, the club, and the reggae music that we had. I really enjoyed that, but it is nice to know when there is rock music being played that I automatically know I've got a group of people that I have something else in common with as well. And there are plenty of queer people within the rock and metal community, and it's something that does get overlooked a lot in the queer community, is because everything is all like pink fairies, Taylor Swift, yay. But yeah, us metalheads like to get our gay on too.